Well, I don't know about you, but I love raspberries and I love, love, love cooking with raspberries. So today I'm excited to show you how to cook raspberry muffins. All right, it's time to start making these raspberry muffins. We will need 125 grams of melted butter. I absolutely love recipes that need melted butter rather than creaming the butter and the sugar together because I'm lazy and this just makes it so much easier. So 125 grams of butter, half a cup of caster sugar, so the thicker granules. You can add more sugar if you like more sweetness, but because of the raspberries, I've actually cut back on the amount of sugar that this recipe has. 2 eggs. You're supposed to have them at room temperature. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Half a cup of milk. 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. If you don't know how to make self-raising flour, there'll be a recipe up there that you can look at. And of course, if you can buy it, that's great. But in Japan where I am, you can't buy self-raising flour easily. And then a cup of raspberries. It's not raspberry season right now, so when it was raspberry season, I washed these and froze them, and I've just defrosted them to use today. And finally, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, my secret ingredient. All right, let's get started. All right, our first step is to melt the butter. So I've got 125 grams of butter in my saucepan, and we will just put that on low heat and let that melt. What I'll do now is crack 2 eggs into the mixing bowl. Here's the second egg. And what I'm going to do is lightly beat those. To that. Lovely, the butter has melted, so what I'll be doing now is pouring in half a cup of milk. So we'll put that into there. And now I'm going to pour both of those into the lightly beaten eggs over here. Give that a little mix around. Okay, that looks great. While I'm here, I'll also add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Okay, into a fresh bowl, another bowl, I'm going to add the half a cup of sugar and the 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. Half a cup. One cup. One and a half cups. Give that a little mix around. Okay. And then we're going to pour all of that into the wet ingredients. So I'm going to let this mix now. Start it off on low. Once it's all combined, I'll just give it a scrape on the sides to get all of the flour off the sides. Flour and sugar. Okay. And then I'm going to beat it on medium-high for about 2 minutes. All right. We are done here. You can see it's quite a runny consistency, and that's absolutely fine. At this point, we're going to line the muffin tin with some cute little muffin wrappers. Okay, now time to put the batter in. Because the raspberries were frozen, they have quite a bit of juice in them. So I'm going to pour that out, drain them a little bit, because otherwise they're going to add too much moisture to the muffins, the cupcakes. Alright, and once you've done that, what I like to do is pop a couple into each muffin. The recipe that I would use when I first made them, I would mix it into the batter, but then the batter would often go like this weird color. So this is the way I prefer to do it now. Just make sure there's 2 or 3 in each cupcake muffin, and you can push some down a little bit more so that you've got some inside and some outside. And what's going to happen is they're going to turn all jam-like inside, which is amazing. Okay, the oven is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius, and these are going to go in for 20 to 25 minutes, and the raspberries will sink a little bit, the cake will rise a little bit, and they should look absolutely amazing when we're done. Okay, I am going to test these. They've been in the oven for about 24 minutes, and I'm just going to put a skewer in here. It's coming out dry, so that's perfect. They should be in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Every oven's different, so I would say at about 22 minutes I generally check them. They weren't quite ready, but at 24 minutes they are perfect. And you can see they've got a little bit of golden brown on top, and the raspberries are there as well. We'll cool these down, and I can't wait to eat one. All right, these are lined up, and we are going to just dust them with some icing sugar. How great does that look? All right, it's taste test time, our favorite part. Let's try them. The raspberry is so juicy. And the cake is nice and fluffy. Perfect.
It tastes so good.
Oh, the sugar's getting all over me.